The $12,000 trip to the Northern Lights. The highest waste of money that I don't regret was spending my entire $12,000 house down payment on an impromptu trip to Norway to see the Northern Lights. I did this after my best friend, Alex, died in a car crash when we were both 27. Broken heart honoring a promise. Alex was like my brother. His family held a tiny, quiet funeral, and I felt it was no way to remember a guy who lit up every room he walked into. Alex had always talked about seeing the Northern Lights, but we never saved enough money. So I did what everyone called insane. I took all $12,000 of my down payment savings and booked a trip to Norway. I bought 2 plane tickets, one for me and one in Alex's name, telling the airline it was for a memorial. I packed his old, worn hiking boots, his faded baseball cap, and a small urn with some of his ashes. Mount Fuji, the spiritual heist. The flight was surreal, with an empty seat next to me marked with Alex's name. Norway in winter was brutal, the wind was sub-zero and cut right through my jacket. I was hiking up mountains, talking to Alex like a crazy person. Friends back home were calling me an idiot for spending my house money. The first 2 nights, there was nothing, just cold and darkness. On the 3rd night, I was sitting on a hill wearing Alex's hat, and the sky exploded. Green waves rolling across the darkness like someone spilled paint, purple ribbons dancing around. It was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. I started talking out loud, catching Alex up on everything, old friends, my promotion, all the conversations we never finished. At one point, I slipped in the snow and instinctively said, "Okay, Alex, I can hear you laughing, you idiot." I swear I could hear him for a second. I scattered some of his ashes there, feeling like he was finally seeing what he always wanted to see. Sparkles, the aftermath. When I got home, reality hit. $0 in savings. I had to move back in with my parents for 6 months. Friends thought I had lost my mind, but I have zero regret. That trip wasn't a reckless expense. It was a necessary, spiritual farewell, fulfilling a shared lifelong dream. I know Alex would have done the same for me. He once drove 14 hours straight just to bring me soup when I had the flu.